What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. 100 places you need to visit before you die, and I die. Hopefully that's a long time away. And hopefully, you never know, we may win the lottery, or you guys may get us like 25 million views on this video, and we may be able to visit all these places.
I hope New York's on there, so at least it's only 99 to go.
If New York's on there, it's 99 places. This is a 40-minute video, guys. You know the drill. It's a two-part video.
It's a two-part.
This is going to be part one. Hopefully you guys look forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm interested to see what's on it because...
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I've already got 100 places I want to visit, so I need 200 at this point.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be touristy places, some absolutely beautiful gems, and then some other
just
beautiful
the US
ones.
as well, so we're going to be talking like multiple things in multiple states.
Oh, 100%, yeah. So we might be
Obviously,
talking...
there's only 50 states, so...
Oh, well done, baby. So we're looking forward to this one. As you know, it's a super long video, and we've got a movie channel as well. So if you can support us, Patreon is in the description. I know it might be annoying us pushing it, but we have got a baby coming, haven't we? And we are just pushing it. But honestly, if you can just watch the videos...
If you just watch this and subscribe and get us like a mil subs, so that also is enough.
Yeah, honestly, just watching the videos is enough, but we will push it just in case people can, because it does really help us out. But don't feel anything if you can't. Right, it's a good job I managed to catch. I sneezed, but we're ready to go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What was we saying?
We were saying, let's get into the video.
Let's get into it. And you guys are legends. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. Let's check out 100 places we need to visit before we die.
Let's
you ready?
go. I'm ready.
Let's go. What we got?
Do you have a bucket list?
Yes.
I've had several in my life. A life experience bucket list, a career bucket list, and a travel bucket list.
Okay.
I focus on the travel one these days more than any of them. Actually, I threw one of them out. The one I made when I was 16, I got rid of it when I was like 20. I opened it up one day, started reading through it, and I'm all, why did I ever make this? 12 of the 15 items on here include the word cheerleaders. I thought it was...
Yeah, it's not from Forrest
No,
Gump.
but Forrest Gump...
It's a massive monument.
Yeah, but they're there.
Yeah,
Forrest
definitely.
Gump is filmed there.
I'm going to say it's a massive monument in the US, but they do film there when they're doing the speech about the anti-war, yeah.
Because he jumps through the water, doesn't he, to chase
To meet Jenny, yeah.
I'm all, why did I ever make this? 12 of the 15 items on here include the word cheerleaders. I thought it was a little creepy, so I threw that one out and never looked back. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to The World According to Briggs and our list of 100 things to do or see in the U.S. before you die. That's right, we're doing a list of 100.
Okay.
It's a long list, it's over 30 minutes, and it's going to be a little faster paced than normal, or we'd be sitting here for like 2 hours. This list has 100 of the best things to see or visit in the United States. I've always been a little surprised that people don't realize what an amazing tourist destination the United States actually is.
Definitely.
With this list, I hope to spark some interest in some of these places. We're coming out of the pandemic, and this summer might be a great time to go see some things. As you watch the video, count how many places you've actually been to or visited, and then in the comment section, let us know what your final count was. Have you seen 10 of them? Have you seen 4 of them?
Yeah, but Times Square may be one.
Oh, to be fair.
9/11 may be one, the memorial and stuff
one.
like that. Statue of Liberty may... So we may tick them off. Potentially. By the way...
Can you just find 100 places in New York that we tick them off?
Know that. Yeah, we're done. We don't need to say anything. See you later, guys. By the way, I want you guys to play along. If you can play along, if you've been
We'll
to
play
quite a
along,
few,
obviously.
let us know in the comments how many. We'll play along, but again...
We're under 10 at least.
Yeah, it's not going to be many because we have only been to New York. But hopefully one day we'll come back to this
New York
video.
City, maybe we add.
Yeah, New York City, not even the whole of New York. But hopefully one day we'll come back to this video and be like, yep. You never know.
Maybe next time. Not next year.
Oh, it's going to take like at least 20 years to do all this.
We had a baby as well. So.
Have you seen 50 of them? Let us know, and maybe even include what one was your favorite. Okay, this is a long video, so let's get going with 100 places in the United States you should see before you die.
Okay.
Ready. Subscribe here as well. Would appreciate it.
Number 100, Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks in California. The Sequoia National Park is America's second oldest national park and was established on September 25th, 1890.
Big tree.
Kings Canyon was established in 1940. The two parks are side by side east of Fresno.
Okay. They are factories, aren't they?
It is a factory.
99, the Grand Canyon.
Whoa.
It's a majestic 277-mile long canyon with the Colorado River flowing right through the center of it.
Grand Canyon is 99.
I've actually got to go there.
That's 99th. What's going to come next?
I know, but I've got to go there.
Yeah, look, just how
Like,
how is that a thing?
You don't see that anywhere else in the world.
Like, how does that exist? It's mental.
98, Devil's Tower National Monument in Wyoming. This stands 1,267 feet tall, and it's located in the northwest corner of the Black Hills. It's actually declared a monument by Teddy Roosevelt.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
97, Pearl Harbor's National Memorial in
I'd love
Hawaii.
to go there too.
Everybody knows we were
Definitely.
attacked by the Japanese during World War II, and it was one of the worst
After doing that
attacks
video.
this nation has ever seen.
Yeah.
Definitely. But like for me, like the history memorial kind of things are like I don't want to say I loved the 9/11 memorial and the museum. I found it very interesting, and I kind of enjoyed remembering and being part
And
of
paying
that.
your respects
Yeah.
and actually being.
But I just find it very interesting.
Yeah, I'd like to say I don't know if enjoy's the word.
It's not enjoy because
It's a different feeling when you're there. It's weird.
I didn't enjoy it as such. I enjoyed learning more about it and paying respects.
Definitely. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about, or like if you know the actual word for that, if that makes sense.
You could still see oil oozing from the engine rooms of the sunken ships.
Oh wow.
96. The San Diego Zoo. It is home to 3,700 animals and more than 650 species. I've been here like 4 times in my life. It's a great zoo.
I'd love to go to that.
Yeah, definitely.
95. The International Spy Museum, Washington,
Spy?
D.C. It is exactly what it's called, a spy museum.
That's sick.
Very interesting. 94. Williamsburg, Virginia. It's colonial capital of Virginia and
That's old
internationally
school.
known for its restoration activities and recreations
lovely,
of
actually.
18th century
it's very
America.
English.
Just with the chimney stack, you
Yeah.
think the brick chimney stack. You'll
Yeah,
make
that's
it.
what I'm
93, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum in Cleveland.
Elvis.
I will be there this summer. This place opened on September 2nd, 1995.
Okay.
Oh,
92, Biscayne National Park, Florida. This is one of the least
that looks
crowded
lovely.
sites managed by the National Park Service. It covers a total of 172,000 acres, and
That's
95% of the park is underwater.
Well, I'm assuming you can't.
91,
I
if it's
assuming you
underwater.
can't. Maybe you can go scuba diving.
maybe.
Like maybe there's some beautiful coral or something like that. I don't know.
It looks stunning.
But it
though,
does
even
look
if you walk
stunning.
along that pier bit.
And I guess that's probably the only national park which has a sea in it. I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
That'd be my guess. I don't know though.
Yellowstone National Park, Wyoming.
We gotta go
This
to Yellowstone.
is one of our
91.
best national parks. Been here 2 or 3 times in my life. One I kind of just drove through, but 2 times I actually visited. It's amazing. Go
Yeah, we
there,
gotta
see the
go.
geysers, see
Yeah.
the buffalo. Your life will never be the 90. The Winchester Mystery House, San Jose, California. This is a weird place. It's worth reading about,
what is
but
this?
it's better to go see.
It looks creepy.
It does look creepy.
89. The Wright Brothers National Memorial, North Carolina. This is a monument dedicated to the Wright brothers and their first flight. Everyone thinks it was at Kitty Hawk. It was actually down the road a bit at Kill Devil's Hill, not Kitty Hawk. This is the first federal park to have a permanent public structure. The monument was built in 1932.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And that is.
88.
He didn't say the state, did he? We know what state it is. Because we
Wait.
learned this the other day.
It did say the state.
Did he? North Carolina.
I'm sure he did, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. To be
No,
fair,
he might not have, to be fair.
it-
Maybe I just know it. I
it-
think it said it on there.
he probably said it on there. I was looking at the
Yeah.
monument, but I know I was just excited because we got told the other day it was North Carolina, and I thought it was Ohio. So sorry, guys. Sorry.
This looks really
Plymouth
like
Plantation.
old, like
Thatch roofs, very kind of
these are
like
like Hocus Pocus vibes.
yeah, kind of like England Saxons and all that kind of what they
Yeah.
grew up in. I know it's not England Saxons, but it kind of gives you that vibe,
Yeah, it
doesn't
does.
it, with thatch roofs?
Monument was built in 1932. 88. The Plymouth Plantation, Massachusetts. This is where those first band of English people showed
there you
up.
go.
They would call themselves Pilgrims, and they showed
That's
up
what I was
on
going
the
for,
Mayflower,
Pilgrims.
and they landed at Plymouth Rock. It's pretty neat. They have a little village set up like it supposedly was back when the Pilgrims were here. I went there. I was young, but I remember going, this is a nice place to live. I wouldn't mind living here. It's kind of interesting.
It's raining like in England too.
A lot of
87,
maintenance. like-
Niagara Falls, New York.
Oh, yeah.
More than 8 million visitors
do it.
explore Niagara Falls annually. A lot of people think this is just one big falls, and when you get there, you finally realize that it's actually 3 waterfalls.
Wow.
Niagara Falls just kind
I
of
didn't know
refers
that.
to the
I
whole
thought it was one.
area. There's Bridalveil Falls, Horseshoe Falls, and American Falls.
Wow.
86,
Yeah, we need to go.
Thomas Edison's National Historical Park in New Jersey. The
Okay.
area includes dozens of buildings that supported Edison's research into electricity, photography, motion pictures, chemistry, and other things. 85, Boston Common. This is the oldest park in the U.S., existing since 1634. In the colonial days, it was actually a cow pasture and a British encampment for a while. But it
Okay.
didn't start becoming a park till 1830s when an iron fence was put up around it.
That's still old
84,
school.
Mauna
It
Kea,
is.
Hawaii. Mauna Kea is the best astronomical observation facility on Earth. The observatory is used for scientific research, and it's the largest facility of its kind. It's one of 6 volcanoes that form the Hawaiian Islands, and it's the tallest mountain on Earth. It's actually 3,600 feet taller than Mount Everest, but much of it's underwater. It's also about 1 million years old, and the last time it erupted was probably around 5,000 to 6,000 years ago. It's considered dormant now.
Okay, that's
83,
good.
Hollywood, California.
I feel like this is definitely a bad way. If this can't be a top, I know it says top in the bottom there, it says top 89. This must just be a list of 100.
It must be because
I feel like the invention centre with the lights and stuff like that
as good as...
can't be as good as Yellowstone.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It'll be interesting. Don't get me wrong.
His personal preference too.
It could be his personal preference. By the way, I wonder how many you're on right now. We're on none.
Yeah, we're on none.
We're planning to definitely be on more than one though so far in the future.
Yeah, Times Square better be on this list.
Hollywood, California is an illusion. It has reputation, it has an aura, and it has a mystique. That's hard to find these days, but it's still there. You have the famous Hollywood sign, which kind of brings a lot of people in. You've got the Hollywood Walk of Fame, things like that. There's just a lot of nonsense that goes on around it, but if you actually study and learn where you want to go see things in Hollywood, famous mansions, things like that, it's very interesting. And it's really a good time. Just stay out of the tourist stuff.
We'll definitely do it. Just to be tourists.
Nashville, Tennessee. This is one of the cities you need to visit at least one time in your life. There's this vibe you get in Nashville that is very unique. Elvis Presley recorded more than 200 songs at RCA's Studio B. There's still a string of Christmas lights on display that were hung when Elvis couldn't get into the spirit to record a Christmas album. Apparently they were trying to record it.
Right. So he weren't in the spirit to a Christmas album, just to put Christmas lights on.
Make him in the spirit.
Go on, Elvis. You feel Christmassy now. I'm not too familiar with all Elvis' songs. Obviously, we know some of his songs, and we know he's a massive influence
I'd
in
love
the
to
US.
go to his Graceland.
Definitely. It'll be interesting to learn more about him. Did he ever do that Christmas album?
Probably.
He probably did. I'm guessing he did.
I'd love to go to Graceland.
In like August, and no one's really got the Christmas feel in August, so I could see where the lights came in. 81, the Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island, New York Harbor. The Statue of Liberty was gifted to the U.S. by France in 1886,
God, I'm so excited.
and it's 83 meters tall. The same man that built the Eiffel Tower
built
the structure. His name was Gustave Eiffel, and it is one of the most photographed statues on the planet.
Wait,
Number
did
80.
you just say Eiffel Tower? Did you not hear what he said at the start? He's the same guy who made the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying his name's ends in
Oh,
Eiffel.
okay. Yeah, that's why it was called the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, why is it called Statue of Eiffel then?
Imagine the Statue of Eiffel instead of Statue of Liberty.
This is embarrassing because we didn't go on Brooklyn Bridge.
I know, the only place we didn't actually go was Brooklyn Bridge. Why didn't we go Brooklyn Bridge?
Why we didn't.
I think we were just so rammed. It was... I don't know
We
why.
didn't think of it.
We didn't think about it, did we? Which
We
is
saw
annoying.
it, but we didn't go on it.
Especially because I obviously work in architecture as well, and just the architecture of a bridge and the
We
history
saw it,
of it.
definitely saw it.
Yeah, we saw it. We
We
just
just
never went
didn't
on
go
it. So that's quite annoying. But
Yeah.
so we can't take this one off, unfortunately.
The Brooklyn Bridge. Not too far away from the Statue of Liberty, you have the Brooklyn Bridge. This is iconic. It was officially opened on May 24th, 1883. The Brooklyn Bridge was the world's first steel wire suspension bridge, and the first things to cross it were roosters. They sent them across to make sure it was okay. I don't think roosters were the best plan. Maybe some cows or horses or something like that. They're a little heavier, but they sent roosters. 79, staying in New York, the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. This opened on April 13th, 1870, and it's...
We did do the history, the National History Museum with a massive dinosaur.
That's got to be on here, surely.
If the art museum's on here, the national...
Surely it's coming up on this
If
list.
not, he's looked at where we've gone and picked everywhere else.
Yeah, except the Statue of Liberty.
Amazing. There's a lot of history in this building. The museum is the home to the world's oldest surviving piano, dating back to 1720. Even if it's not your type of thing,
It's not my
definitely
kind
go
of
by and
thing,
see
that.
this.
So probably why we didn't do it.
78, the Golden Gate
I wanna
Bridge,
go to
San
this too.
Francisco. If
It looks
you've never
beautiful.
seen this thing in person, I would suggest it. It is amazing. It was completed in 1937 and it's 1.7 miles long. Originally, it was supposed to be painted blue with yellow stripes
It's
to
stunning
increase
colour.
visibility for ships and things like that. But when the steel arrived, it was kind of this burnt red color from the primer, and the architects decided that color was fine, and they just kind of stuck with it. In 1937, it cost 50 cents each way to cross the bridge, roughly the equivalent of about $18 today. It took over 30 years to remove the lead-based paint from the bridge.
Wow.
Yeah, so back when they realized lead paint was really bad, they had to strip the bridge, and it took 30 freaking years.
Wow.
Is there a charge today?
Probably.
Because, I mean, there were a charge 50 cents.
Yeah, $18 to cross it's quite a lot of money.
So is it like $20 now, or is it free? Let us know in the comments. You guys have got a lot of jobs in the comments.
77, Kennedy Space Center,
Yes.
Florida. This facility's primary
Wanna go there.
function is the NASA's base of operation when it comes to rockets and launching things for pre- and post-launch. Most famously, it was the launching point for the Apollo moon missions and for the space shuttle most of the time. Its secondary function is for public education with its
Okay.
exhibits, displays, and history of spaceflight and travel.
I did think, though, the
76,
main thing was
Everglades
in...
National-
sorry, we paused loads, but we had this the other day. We had the invention, and NASA came up for Florida, didn't it? And I think I said in that video, Texas. NASA's in Texas. I didn't realise there was some things in Florida. I didn't know that. But there you go, so you learn every day.
Spaceflight and travel. 76, Everglades National Park, Florida. The Everglades National Park is home to one of the largest wetlands in the world. It has plant and animal species not found anywhere else on the planet. It was established on December 6, 1947, and it is home to an exotic population of animals: alligators, manatees, hawksbill turtles, water moccasins, coral snakes, the list goes on. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the Everglades.
It would be cool going around
75,
there, though.
the Monterey Bay Aquarium,
I've heard about
California.
this.
I love this place. One of my favorite aquariums. It opened on October 20th, 1984. The first time I was there was a year later, 1985, and it was amazing then, and it has done nothing but get better. They have a 1 million-gallon open sea exhibit that holds yellowfin tuna, large green sea turtles, barracuda sharks, and giant ocean sunfish. 74, Monument Valley, Arizona, and Utah. You go see this one, you got
cool.
2 states to
Just for
choose from.
free.
This place is known for its cluster of vast
Well, 4, I'm
sandstone
guessing he's on
buttes, the largest reaching 300 meters, about 1,000 feet above the valley floor. This valley's been in so many movies, TV shows, and in print, it's just ridiculous. Any Western from the 1950s seems to have found their way to this. It was neat.
It makes sense. It looks cool.
Yeah, it does look cool.
73, Carlsbad Cavern National
definitely.
Park, New Mexico. It covers a total area of 46,000 acres, and there are 117 known caves in the park. The big room, as they call it in Carlsbad, is an 8.2 acre cave. There are 17 species of bats you could see here.
Oh, I'll be freaking
72,
with that.
Canyon de Chelly National Monument, Arizona. For around 5,000 years,
Ooh.
people have made their home in these sandstone canyons. They're often referred to as just one Canyon de Chelly, but there's actually several canyons here.
Okay, but
Families
it looks
do
stunning.
still
Yeah, it
live here.
does.
That's why access
People
is
live
limited,
there.
and visitors are required to have a guided tour in most areas of this national monument. It's very interesting.
Wow.
71,
I wanna go
Mount
there.
Rushmore National Monument, South Dakota. Mount Rushmore isn't the only thing.
Is that real? Do you think that's
What?
real? Like, with all the fireworks in the background?
Probably real, yeah.
I
I
just...
don't think it happens all the time.
No, I'm guessing
Imagine
maybe
like 4th of July or something.
4th of July or New Year's Eve or something like that. It just didn't seem real, but it seems mad. Let us know, is that when that normally goes off? That looks pretty sick, doesn't it?
to see in South Dakota, but it is by far the most popular.
We definitely
Mount
need to
Rushmore
go.
was named after
Yeah.
New York attorney Charles E. Rushmore, who had visited the area in 1885. While on the visit, he asked a guide what the name of the peak was. The guide's all, well, we don't have a name for it. It's just an unnamed peak. So they named it Rushmore after him. He later
Okay.
donated $5,000 to help get the Mount Rushmore project started.
So cool.
90% of the carvings were actually done by dynamite. It wasn't like a guy out there with a hammer and
Dynamite.
chisel. 70. Crater Lake National Park, Oregon. This one is amazing to see. It's one of those places, if you just sit there and look at it for a while,
Huge.
you'll just, I don't know.
looks
It's just,
awesome,
it's a
though.
weird feeling looking at this thing. If you know the backstory
Sea
to it
doesn't
and
look
how it
real.
was created, it's even more amazing. First of all, it's the deep
I've got pause because we're going to get roasted because you just said the sea
I
doesn't look
know.
real.
I mean the lake.
I know, but we're going to
Same
get
thing,
comments.
I don't know. If you even roast me for that, I'm honestly not replying to it. Like, it's...
Imagine saying the sea doesn't
but
look
it's
real in Crater Lake.
Yeah, but it's the water, same thing.
I'm going to get roasted for mentioning now, but you guys roast me enough.
It's the same thing. It's the same
deepest
thing.
lake in America.
not the same thing, I know that.
Actually,
Oh my God.
1,943
Can you cut
feet
that?
deep. The lake's water comes directly from snow or rain, whichever happens, which we get a
Wow.
lot here in
It's the only
Oregon.
place it
And there's
comes
no
from.
inlets for the lake. There's no like little creeks going to it or anything like that. This is a mountain that had its top blown off in a volcanic eruption. The story begins with the volcanic eruption. It was so serious that scientists estimate it was 42 times more powerful than the Mount St. Helens eruption in 1980. But so
wow.
it turned this giant mountain into pretty much a cup, and
Shit.
water and snow just accumulate in this cup, and we have a lake. It's pretty
It's really
interesting.
cool though.
That is mad that that's how the
Yeah.
lake's created.
69, a Mississippi River cruise. The Mississippi River is long enough for you to take a cruise on. It's actually the third longest river in the world at 2,350 miles.
It is huge.
The cruise industry has broken this off into 3 sections. Each section takes about a week to cruise, or you can knock them all out in one big 3-week trip.
Wow.
And it's worth it.
You'd see some
68,
sights.
Mackinac Island, Michigan.
Ooh, that looks
Mackinac
nice.
Island is a summer resort island in Lake Huron. It's right between the Upper Peninsula and Lower Peninsula of Michigan. This is a great place to visit in the summer. Winters can be sketchy at best. It
bet
gets
they're
pretty
cold.
cold there.
Yeah.
How hot are the summers though?
67.
Because like if I was gonna travel all that way, just for a hot holiday on an island, you'd want a really hot summer,
You would
wouldn't you?
be. You would. You wouldn't want any chance of rain or anything.
Nah, definitely. I mean, it'd be cool though, because that bridge in the background looks stunning
Yeah.
as well.
The Corn Palace, South
We've seen
Dakota.
this.
Yeah, that's a real thing. The Corn Palace. I don't get the attraction. I mean, it holds big dances, proms, graduations,
cool.
things like that, meetings, whatever, stage shows. It's
so
just kind
odd.
of strange, but a lot of people really like this place. They go to it. I've made fun of it before on my channel, and people always correct me and say what a neat place it is. I gotta visit, but a lot of people do. That's why it's on the list.
It does
Fair
look
enough.
cool.
66.
Creative.
Gettysburg National Military Park,
Definitely.
Pennsylvania. Gettysburg is the most famous battle of the Civil War. Thousands of Union and Confederate soldiers clashed on some really hot July days in 1863. The park includes over 6,000 acres of land, 1,300 monuments, 400 cannons, and
wow.
140 historic buildings. Everyone knows about Gettysburg, and if you're a history buff, you already know this is one of the must-see places on your history bucket list.
We definitely need to check it
Yeah.
out because we've
65.
heard. We listened to Lincoln's speech, haven't we? Because he did his Gettysburg
Yeah.
address, obviously the Civil War and stuff like that. I feel like that's again something you want to go pay your respects.
Yeah, definitely.
And also just get the feel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The environment and.
Definitely.
Martin Luther King's National Historical Park,
Ooh,
Atlanta.
and this.
This
There's
is
so
the
much.
hometown of the late Martin Luther King. The 10-block area around Auburn Avenue is one of the city's most visited sites, showing where he was born, lived, worked, and the church where his father, grandfather, and him were all ministers.
Oh wow.
Okay.
64, Black Heritage Trail, Boston. Usually whenever you hear anything about Black Heritage Trails or anti-slavery movements, it's something to do with the South, you know, the Underground Railroad, something like that. But Boston had an anti-slavery movement that was very important to this country.
Oh, okay.
63, Puuko Petroglyph Archaeological Preserve, Hawaii.
Is
This
that
one's on the
smoking?
Big Island.
It
And it's
looks
pretty
like it is, doesn't
impressive.
it?
They have over 3,000 ancient petroglyphs that are carved
That's cool.
into the lava rock.
Ooh.
The true meaning behind all these carvings is unknown, but generally it's believed that they were to announce the birth of someone important whenever they carved a new petroglyph in these lava rocks.
Okay.
62, Coney Island, New York City.
didn't do that
Coney
either.
Island
We didn't.
started
It
off
was
as
winter,
a
though,
seaside
in
resort
fairness.
in
Yeah, we went in winter. We did look at it, but we had to travel to it. It was winter. We had so much to do anyway. We kind of
Yeah.
just thought it seems cool, but it's just an amusement park, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we kind of just left it.
Yeah.
I think. But let us know if we should go back in the future.
1824. At some point, it started turning into an amusement park, but not just one amusement park. There's people that own different parts of it, and it's just
Okay.
this big thing. Anyway, it's home to the famous Cyclone roller coaster, and it's been in too many movies to count. 61. The Franklin Institute, Philadelphia. The Franklin Institute in Philadelphia pays homage to the city's native son, Benjamin Franklin, one of the greatest Americans of all time. It was first opened in 1824.
1820. That's
60,
open a
the
long
Alamo,
time.
San Antonio. Everybody knows, but in case you don't, the Alamo was the site of the battle that took place during Texas' bid for independence from Mexico. All defenders were killed, but within 6 weeks, Santa Anna, president of Mexico, was captured, and he basically signed over Texas to save his own life. The
Oh, wow.
original Alamo was actually burned to the ground in April of 1836, but was rebuilt in 1854.
And then that's
Number
that standing
59,
there. That's mad.
Victoria Clipper Ship, Seattle. You can ride this high-speed catamaran from Seattle to Victoria, British Columbia in 3 hours.
Wow.
It's obviously because of the pandemic been docked for a couple months now, but it's a pretty fun trip. Actually, any ferry you get in the Seattle, Puget Sound area is a good trip.
Okay, we should definitely do
Yeah.
that.
8. The National Air and Space Museum, Washington, D.C. This is the world's largest aviation and space museum. It is also the most visited museum in the country with more than 8 million visitors every single year. It was
Wow,
opened
that's a
on
lot.
July 1st, 1976. You can
That's
see the
a lot.
Enola Gay
Yeah, I
bomber
know.
who dropped
Yeah.
the...
Yeah, that was my birthday just 3 years earlier. This is something that I'd look. It's weird with
3
space.
years earlier.
1996.
1976.
Oh, this is. My hearing's getting worse. I heard 96, 76. There you go. 23 years earlier then. 23. So pretty much my age now, which it won't be in a month, but pretty much my age now. Again, to double my age. Anyway, space is one of them weird things. I think I'd love it. I'm not obsessive about space. I don't look into
It'd be
it.
interesting still though to go.
But when you catch videos, it's super interesting.
Yeah.
So I think if you were in here, it'd be like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Definitely.
Bomb on Hiroshima, also Charles Lindbergh's Spirit of St. Louis, and the Wright brothers flyer.
Okay.
57, Daytona Beach, Florida. Daytona Beach runs for 23 miles on the Florida coast. It is known as the World Center for Racing, and it's also known as the world's most famous beach since the 1920s.
They used
to actually race NASCAR on the beach. This was way back in the day, but they still did it. Cars are still allowed on the beach, but it's pretty slow. You got to go like walking speed almost.
Okay.
56, Alaska Marine Highway. This is basically a ferry system that currently extends across like 3,500 miles of scenic coastline.
Nice.
And it connects 30 different communities. It started 1948 through 1962. They kept adding things onto it.
Wow, that's beautiful.
55, Dinosaur Valley, Texas. This opened up in 1972. In 1909, George Adams, a young man, found strange three-toed tracks in the limestone bed of a river. Turns out these were dinosaur tracks left in the mud. Well, the mud turned to rock, and now you got these really cool footprints all over the place. It's actually quite impressive.
That is mad.
54, Lincoln Heritage Trail, Kentucky.
Your sister would absolutely love
She
that.
would love
Your sister's obsessed with dinosaurs, isn't she?
Abraham Lincoln lived in Kentucky for the first 7 years of his life, and this has kind of stuck with the state for some time now. On display is a replica of the tiny cabin where he was born, among other things.
It's a replica,
53,
so it's not as
the
good.
Kentucky Derby.
No.
Everybody knows what the
need to
Kentucky Derby is, and it's quite a party. The race is nice too, but most people go for the party. The fastest winner was Secretariat in 1973.
Imagine
52,
it's expensive.
Fort Worth Stockyards, Texas.
What?
Everybody knows where Fort Worth is. It's just west of Dallas. It's part of the Dallas metro area. Fort Worth became a boomtown in the 1890s because it had the Southwest's biggest livestock market. Because of this, it also got the nickname Cowtown.
Cowtown.
51, White Mountain National Forest, New Hampshire, and it's also in Maine. This is one of the most beautiful forests this country has to offer. I mean, Maine and New Hampshire, they just got beautiful landscapes. This area was heavily logged back in the 1800s, and they've made a recovery since then. It was established in 1914 when they acquired 7,000 acres for $13. Today, it has an area of almost 800,000 acres in New Hampshire and western Maine.
Wow. What we'll do is we'll leave that there. That looks beautiful.
It does.
We don't know where it is.
Nope.
But we're going to leave it there because that is the first 50, and then we're going to go on to part 2, pretty much 20 minutes into the video as well. Hope you've enjoyed that.
Yes, it was very interesting. Very good.
Interesting.
Lots of places to add to the list.
We have talked loads, but we're enjoying ourselves. That's why we've hopefully paused most of it. We try not to talk over, but we get excited. We do it our own way. We have fun, and hopefully you guys have fun too. If you did, smash that button, smash that subscribe button. Are you ready for part 2?
I am.
Part 2 will be out in 24 hours, so another 2 videos will hopefully be out for the other, like a compilation, and then another one, and then this will be out tomorrow. 24 hours time for part 2. Hopefully you've enjoyed part 1. What should we do?
Have a fantastic day.
And we'll see you legends in the next one. Peace.